Before we get into the synthesis, I want to ask you something we have not said on microphone yet in this series.
Go ahead.
What actually changed for you? Not in terms of understanding, in your actual life, with your actual family, in the past few weeks.
That is a real question. Let me think. My son and I had a conversation about university that was completely different from any conversation we had before this series. I stopped asking, "What do you want to study?" And I started asking, "What problems genuinely interest you? What would you want to understand better?" He was quiet for a moment, and then he actually talked. Really talked. For 20 minutes, about things that concern him about the world, which I had no idea he was thinking about.
That is a different conversation.
It is. And I think it happened because my frame shifted. I stopped hearing his uncertainty about the future as something to fix quickly and started hearing it as information about who he is and what matters to him.
My change was smaller, but it felt significant. I stopped pushing my daughter to commit to one activity. I gave her 1 more month of drama club, which we had been talking about ending. She used that month to get a small speaking part in a school production. And watching her on that stage, I thought, I almost cut this off. I almost decided for her that it was time.
6 books changed how you see your daughter on a school stage.
That is what good reading does.
Today is the episode where we look back at the full journey and ask what all 6 books mean together. Not a summary. Something more interesting than that.
Some of these books appear to contradict each other, and resolving those tensions is more useful than the parts where they simply agree.
Welcome back to Book Takeaways for Professional Growth podcast series on AI and the future of careers. I am your host, Marcus.
And I am Sophia.
This is the finale. For anyone who has been with us since episode 1, and for anyone who wants to understand where the whole series was heading. Either way, welcome.
This is the bonus finale of this 7-part series. Each previous episode covered 1 book. If this is your entry point, welcome. We will give you enough context to follow everything, and then we hope you will go back to episode 1 and travel the whole road. The series is designed so each episode builds on the last. Segment 1. The Pain. How do we prepare ourselves and our children for a world that is moving faster than we can fully see?
Before the synthesis, the question underneath all 6 books, the reason this series exists.
How do we prepare ourselves and our children for a world that is moving faster than we can fully see, without certainty, without a clear map, in the middle of busy lives with full calendars and children who ask questions we cannot always answer?
That question is not going away. What changes is how clearly you can see the terrain you are navigating, and that is what 6 books together give you.
Not certainty, clarity, which is more useful. Segment 2. The Synthesis.
Let us go through the 6 books in the series sequence, and let us show where they connect and where they genuinely push against each other.
Episode 1. The Coming Wave. The Foundation. We start here because you cannot make good decisions about something you have not accepted is real. Suleiman, co-founder of DeepMind, gives us the containment problem, pessimism aversion, the narrow path. His message, the wave is here. Looking away does not make it smaller.
This book is the alarm clock. Everything else in the series requires it to have gone off.
Episode 2. AI Snake Oil Calibration. And here is the first tension. Suleiman says AI is becoming dangerously capable. Narayanan and Kapoor say a lot of what is called AI does not work as claimed. Are they contradicting each other?
No. They are talking about different things. Suleiman is focused on frontier AI and its long-term trajectory. Narayanan and Kapoor are focused on AI as it is currently deployed in institutions making decisions about real people. And in that domain, the hype often exceeds the reality.
Both are right. Together, they give you something more complete than either alone. Yes, take the direction of travel seriously. And yes, keep your judgment active about specific claims. You need both to navigate what comes next.
Episode 3. The Future of the Professions. Structural Clarity. The Susskind's help us see professional work differently. Instead of asking whether AI replaces an entire profession, they ask us to break that profession into its individual tasks. Some tasks can increasingly be handled by intelligent systems. Others still depend on human judgment, ethics, relationships, and responsibility.
Their contribution is not a list of future job roles. It is a new way of seeing professional work. Once you understand that work is being decomposed and redesigned, you can start asking a much better question. What will humans contribute in that new design?
Episode 4. Human plus Machine. The Vision. Doherty and Wilson take that next step. Across research involving more than 1,500 organizations, they show how work is being redesigned so that humans and intelligent systems complement one another. The missing middle is where that redesign creates the greatest value.
This is where the two books strengthen one another. The Susskinds explain why professional work is changing. Doherty and Wilson describe how people contribute inside that new reality. The trainers, explainers, and sustainers are not the Susskinds terminology. They are one practical way of understanding the new human contributions that emerge after work has been redesigned.
Read together, the books tell a richer story than either tells alone. One explains the transformation. The other explains how people can thrive within it.
Episode 5, Range, the second apparent tension, resolved. Epstein tells us not to specialize too early. Doherty and Wilson show us the kinds of human contributions that organizations increasingly need. At first, those ideas seem unrelated,
but they fit together remarkably well. Range develops curiosity, analogical thinking, adaptability, and judgment. Later, deep expertise turns those qualities into meaningful professional contribution. Breadth prepares the mind. Depth prepares the profession.
Together, these three books form a natural progression. The Susskinds explain why work is changing. Doherty and Wilson explain the emerging human contributions. Epstein explains how we raise children who will be ready for them.
Episode 6, The AI-Driven Leader. The Final Tension Resolved. Narayanan and Kapoor say be careful what you trust from AI. Wood says use AI for your most important strategic decisions. One more apparent contradiction.
But they actually agree on the same core principle. Never hand your judgment to the machine. Narayanan and Kapoor are warning against passive acceptance of predictive AI making decisions about people. Woods is warning against the same mistake in your personal use. Always be the thought leader. Both cautions point in the same direction, and holding both makes you a more careful and more effective user of these tools.
The full map. What 6 books together say. Here is what no single book gives you, but all 6 together do.
The wave is real. Accept it. Prepare. Do not panic.
Stay critical. Not skeptical of technology. Discerning about specific claims.
Professional work is being redesigned, not erased. As that redesign unfolds, new forms of human contribution become increasingly valuable, built on deep expertise, sound judgment, ethics, and the ability to work effectively with intelligent systems.
The collaboration between humans and machines produces more than either alone. The missing middle is where the most durable careers will live.
Build breadth before depth in your children. The sampling period is preparation, not delay. Match quality comes from trying, not from committing early.
And start now. Use AI as your thought partner. Stay the thought leader. The flywheel builds over time.
That is the roadmap, not a guarantee of safety. a way of navigating the terrain with clarity.
Segment 3. Action this week. Before actions, this is what 6 books together give you that no single book can. Not certainty, the right lenses, a way of seeing the terrain clearly enough to move with confidence even when you cannot see everything.
2 actions, one for you, one for your family.
For your career, identify your no-regrets bets. What are you building that will be valuable regardless of how AI develops? Strong judgment, deep expertise, the ability to communicate complexity clearly. The fusion skills. Name them. Protect them. These are worth building in any version of the future.
For your family, have one dinner conversation this week where you talk about the future not as something scary, but as something interesting to think through together. Ask your child what they are curious about. Tell them something you learned recently that surprised you. Model that curiosity and learning are lifelong. That is the most durable thing you can give them.
Series closing. We want to end this series with something simple.
The people who will move through this period with the most confidence are not the ones who found the safest path. They are the ones who understood the terrain well enough to navigate any path.
That is what this series was trying to build. Not safety. Navigation.
For your career, clarity about where your human value is concentrating and the tools to protect and develop it.
For your children, the breadth to explore, the depth to go far, and the adaptability to move when the landscape changes.
And for your family, the conversations that make the future feel like something you think about together, not something that happens to you.
Thank you for being with us for all 7 episodes. It has been a genuine privilege.
This has been Book Takeaways for Professional Growth podcast series on AI and the future of careers. I am your host, Sophia.
And I am Marcus. Watch out for the next featured book. Subscribe so you don't miss any episode.
If any one of these 6 books spoke to you specifically, go back and read it in full. Each one is worth the full time.
And share this series with someone who is carrying the same questions. A parent at school pickup, a colleague who asked you a worried question about AI, a friend who does not know where to start. This series is for them.
Until we meet again, keep thinking,
Keep questioning.
and keep your humanity in charge.